This high school cafeteria in Taos, New Mexico could be in any high school across the country. It's a place where students come to relax and enjoy themselves. They come in all sizes, shapes, and colors. Young, eager, sleepy, and very social. Some have hidden disabilities, and some have more noticeable ones. In the past, there have been very few opportunities for the two groups of students to come together. In order to break down barriers of misunderstanding, fear, and discomfort, a project was created to include students with severe physical and cognitive disabilities into a general education fine arts program. Over a period of 4 months, the kids came together in a variety of activities that encouraged communication and friendship. The world of disabilities was explored, from the personal to the universal, from the tragic to the humorous.
Chris Crazy Legs Fonseca came to national attention as a serious comic in 1993 when he appeared in an Arsenio Hall show. He was given special recognition at the American Comedy Awards for his work on the comedy special Look Who's Laughing. His numerous credits include The Late Show with David Letterman, Baywatch, and being opening act for Ellen DeGeneres. His cerebral palsy gives him a unique perspective and a unique comic material for his act. Truly one of the funniest men in America. Put your hands together and give it up for Chris Fonseca!
I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Colorado, and when people find that out, they ask me, "Do you ski?" No, Goober. I'm too busy skydiving.
Maurice Concha is a 20-year-old native of Taos Pueblo. He's totally dependent on others for all aspects of his life. He attends public school daily and has lived at home with his parents and 2 brothers since becoming disabled at the age of 2.
Will you tell us about when you were first aware your child had a disability?
Okay, Rizzo was born on October 8th, 1977, and he was born perfectly normal. But in January of '79, while Rizzo was playing with his cousins, he picked up a peanut and put it in his mouth. While he was playing and running around, he fell and he choked on the peanut. It lodged in the right side passage of his lung, and it caused his right lung to collapse. During the procedure, when they were going to remove the peanut, he stopped breathing for, at different times for a total of 7 minutes, which caused irreversible brain damage. We found out later that it was a student that performed the operation, and not the professional that was supposed to have done it. Really drastic, because I felt that they used my son as a guinea pig, you know?
Yeah.
One, because he was Native American, and two, because, you know, it was a student, and you know, they never told us anything. But a simple procedure that they said would take 20 to 30 minutes lasted over 8 hours. I mean, like all day long.
So what your initial feelings were of?
Well, you know, I think my first feeling was, why me, you know? It was hard because, you know, I think that everyone goes through that initial feeling of dread and how will I ever be able to take care of my son as a single parent, you know? And I felt that life was unfair to me because I was a good parent. And even though I was single, and, you know, I felt that there were so many parents out there that abused their children and didn't take care of them. And I thought, why me?
Yeah.
And it was hard, you know, it was hard for me to accept it.
Yeah. But your feelings have changed over time.
Yeah, at first I resented it, but as time passed and the years passed, I began to realize that God gave me Maurice for a reason and a purpose. And he would always be here, take care of him and my family. And, you know, I've learned to readjust my life and do the best that I can as a parent to take care of my son for as long as I have him on this earth.
Do you ever wish that he would have been allowed to go with the Creator during that surgery when he was a child? Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, I think that I would have rather have him go, because 20 years of suffering is too much for. I mean, he's somebody like him to take.
My name is Vinny Adi. I have a disability. Half of my brain doesn't work like anybody else's brain works. And every time like someone asks me, they go like, "Vinny, you want to do this?" And I'm spacing off because half of my brain doesn't work. And I've been picked on, kicked in the butt and stuff. People call me retard. People throw stuff at me. They beat me up. They toss my stuff out the window of a school bus, or they come my, like, let's say like they're friends of mine. They trash my house, steal stuff from me, and I thought they were my friends. And every time when someone picks on me, I just feel like moving to Florida or something, running away to a different country or state, or to the moon or something.
My name is Ryan Lopez, and I'm usually from Penasco, but I go to school here. But the reason I had to leave from Penasco High School was because, for one reason, the kids were bugging me, because I kind of like have a little disability. Some things I am good at and some things that I'm not good at. And problem was over there in Penasco, they were picking on me, calling me names, and I couldn't deal with it.
Hello, my name is Martinez. When I was a baby, I had a stroke, and I went through 3 open heart surgeries, and my whole left side went numb. And let's see what else. Oh, I can do most of what you guys can do, but I can't use this. Practically, I can't use this side. I've been teased a lot.
Can you tell us about it?
Like, sometimes I'll be walking around, like, they'll call me chicken leg or something like that.
So you're in shock, huh?
Yeah. Oh, not now.
What do you do with machinery and stuff? Are you able to?
Well, what they do is I can't do it. So what they do is they'll get someone to help me, or the teacher will help me, or I can use a palm sander, anything like that, but not a table saw or anything like that, because all mine was I might cut my finger off or something.
Right.
I want to be careful. I don't want to be losing finger after finger after finger.
I don't blame you.
Laura Avetia is a Mexican national who came to this country 5 years ago at the age of 11. Her mental retardation stems from environmental neglect during early childhood.
Okay, ask her when she first was aware that Laura had some problems.
Okay, cuando se vino a comprender usted que la Laura no estaba bien?
Pues cuando empezó a hablar.
Around when she's starting to talk.
Como a los 3 años.
Around 3 years old.
Has she ever had Laura diagnosed by a doctor for a specific problem?
Okay. Usted fue al doctor para que el doctor.
The one that came was a psychologist.
El que vino fue el psicólogo.
Oh,
He told me that she's a little off and never will be better.
No la iba a aguantar, a la mejor yo.
oh.
Did she ever go to school in Mexico?
5 años.
5 años. ¿Fue a la escuela en México o no?
No.
No.
No. So the first time she went to school was here?
So, la primera vez que fue a la escuela fue aquí.
Mhm.
Okay.
What's your name?
Gloria.
If you could change something, what would you change, Gloria?
My hearing.
Your hearing?
Be normal like other people.
This is Debbie Martinez, and this is Nathan, and Phil, Isha. They both have CP, cerebral palsy, and I have it too.
Hi, I'm Ryan Lopez, and this is Raymond, and he's disabled, and I hate seeing him in this because I wish he was like one of us, walking, so that way he can go anywhere he wants. He's caring and tender, that's what I like. And he always likes to hug all the women because he usually likes to do that.
It's so deep.
Robert Apodaca has an unusual genetic condition that has delayed his development and his ability to speak. A freshman at Taos High, Robert enjoys music, dance, and laughter.
Okay, my name is Gloria, and my friend Angie. She has a disability. She can't walk very good like other people, and she can't talk good like other people. But she likes doing things like other people doing.
One thing about him that sometimes gets to me is that you can see the frustration on his face when, like, he wants to get involved in stuff like playing games or being out there like playing basketball or something like that. You can tell that he wants to get in there, and you can see the frustration on his face when he knows he can't be able to do that. And he gets mad at times when he does that, especially now that he's getting older. We notice stuff like that. When he can't get involved in stuff that he wants to be involved in, he gets frustrated.
And you see the pain
on his face.
in his face.
Nathan was 3 years old and you find out he has cerebral palsy. How have your feelings changed over the years for what is going to be Nathan's future in your...
When I found out, I was sad and I was like, why me? You know, why him? What did he do so bad? And then, you know, and the doctor say, you know, he's not gonna amount to anything, blah blah blah, you know, and we proved the doctor wrong. He proved the doctor wrong. He proved to a lot of people that he worked hard. He come a long way.
I sometimes wonder about the future. You know, when me and her aren't around anymore, who's gonna be there for Nathan in case he needs help?
You want to crawl in a hole and don't want to come out, but you have to come out because there's nobody there but the parents.
Did you go through hope that the doctors were wrong?
Oh yeah, every day. Every day you say, you know, just one miracle. Wake up and he's out the door walking, driving a car or whatever, you know.
I was in a restaurant a while back. I started choking. I tried to get help. Wouldn't you know it, I accidentally proposed to a deaf girl.
And stuff like playing games or being out there like playing basketball or something like that. You can tell that he wants to get in there, and you can see the frustration on his face when he knows he can't be able to do that. And he gets mad at times when he does that, especially now that he's getting older. We notice stuff like that. That when he can't get involved in stuff that he wants to be involved in, he gets frustrated.
And you see the pain
on his face.
Nathan was 3 years old and you find out he has cerebral palsy. How have your feelings changed over the years for what is going to be Nathan's future in your...
When I found out, I was sad and I was like, why me? You know, why him? What did he do so bad? And then, you know, and the doctor say, you know, he's not gonna amount to anything, blah blah blah, you know, and we proved the doctor wrong. He proved the doctor wrong. He proved to a lot of people that he worked hard. He come a long way.
I sometimes wonder about the future. You know, when me and her aren't around anymore, who's going to be there for Nathan in case he needs help?
You want to crawl in a hole and don't want to come out, but you have to come out because there's nobody there but the parents.
Did you go through hope that the doctors were wrong?
Oh yeah, every day. Every day you say, you know, just one miracle. Wake up and he's out the door walking, driving a car or whatever, you know.
I was in a restaurant a while back. I started choking. I tried to get help. Wouldn't you know it, I accidentally proposed to a deaf girl. So I'm married now. My wife never listens to me. I thought she was the right girl because she told me she was. Either that or she was choking.
We began the project with the basic plan of bringing together the two groups of students, those in the folk art class and those in the severe and profound special ed class. The final product would be a play performed by the students from both classes. We organized different activities that would promote interaction between students to begin breaking the ice.
What was your initial vision and motivation to do this?
Because over the years of working with inclusion in the high school and the secondary level, I've really seen changes that happen to the general education population. The general education students, when they get to meet students with severe and profound disabilities, learn lessons of compassion and tolerance and kindness. And I think that they're better people when they go out into the world as adults, when they're graduating, when they've already learned to accept someone as different as my students.
We work to increase awareness of all aspects of disability.
Okay, Hussein, you tried to get into the bathroom stall. Tell us what happened.
I got stuck, and it's pretty hard to get into a little small place like that. And when I was trying to get off my chair, it hurt my legs because it hurt my arms actually because it was putting all the weight down. I couldn't move myself over to the toilet.
The reason that I like coming into classrooms is because I don't exist in this world alone, and I need other people to know what it's like to be in a wheelchair so that I can get support and good attitudes. So what I'd like to do is kind of look at disability with you, because I bet it's something you haven't really done.
Professionals from the community presented information to the students about disabilities.
If you have someone like my student Maurice in the emergency room, what do you do? I mean, do you give them the same care, she was asking, as you would someone who has more of a defined quality of life according to societal standards?
Well, we're not God, so we take the approach that everybody wants to live. Let's talk a bit about cerebral palsy. I think that's one thing Isabel wanted me to talk about. In cerebral palsy, things go wrong with parts of the brain. Now, it happens when your brain's forming, when you're inside your mom, or it happens right as you're born, or it happens right after you're born, or in the first few years of life while your brain's still developing. What happens with cerebral palsy is something attacks the brain. Basically, just knocks off a whole bunch of cells. It's like a random assassin in some cases. And when it hits certain parts of the brain, something doesn't work right.
Hi, my name's Dawn, and I'm a physical therapist with Taos Schools. I work predominantly with the students here at Taos High School. And my role in physical therapy in the Taos Schools is basically part of a team that addresses all the needs of students who have special needs and are attending school. I work predominantly with helping the students have freedom of movement and freedom of mobility so that they can attend classes and participate as much as they can in any particular activities that they're interested in. So that's my main focus, is movement and mobility.
I'm Sherry Gallegos, and I'm a speech language therapist, and I work with a number of different students, some who just have speech, articulation problems, or language, and others with the more severely involved.
And in the schools, we now start working with those kids by the time you're 3. And it's called an inclusive preschool because there are kids just like you in class, Nando, Alicia, and all the other students that are in the preschool. So we try to start really early so that those kids will have an understanding about their disabilities.
Did you know that all children with mental impairments look different from other children?
Yeah, right, Rachel. Many children with mental impairments look just like other children.
Nuh-uh.
Elaine, did you know that people with developmental disabilities don't know or don't care when you make fun of them? No, people with developmental disabilities have feelings like everyone else.
Did you know people with... God, that was my fault. You can always tell if people have disability just by looking at them.
Actually, Rachel, some disabilities are hidden. You can't always tell just by looking at them.
No way.
Cerebral palsy is a condition, not a contagious disease.
Well, cerebral palsy is not a contagious disease either.
What? Hey! What? I think you got the wrong papers. Wow.
Did you know all people in wheelchairs are retarded?
Not all people in wheelchairs are retarded.
Interesting. Lisa, did you know a child with severe hearing loss cannot learn to speak?
No, Rachel, a child with this severe hearing loss can learn to speak.
Ah.
Every disability has one cause.
But no, you're supposed to give it to me.
No, many disabilities have more than one cause.
Well, thanks for saying that.
Cut.
Actually, I have a little trouble with my wife. Like, she never get a job or go to school. She's always finding herself. So, I bought her a map and wrote, "You are here. You need to be here." That got me a week on the couch with a big sign that said, "You sleep here."
It's wheat-based, actually. Cats love to drink this stuff. My cat, she can drink a whole bowl of this wheat. She loves it. Very good, Gloria. All right, Bernard. They're doing the happy because we don't have a hole in the garden.
This one doesn't go out too wide. Hey, Robert.
Hey, minute.
We have to dry it.
Sorry. Okay.
Like right there, and then right there. Yeah, they cut some of their shoes like right
Think like a movie drama.
Let's go.
Here, come on over here. Did he help you at all?
Sorry.
I think you guys were already here. I'm
Remember you have to go hole in the top so the stick can go through?
My name is Cristina Masoliver. I live in Taos and I work with puppets. I think puppets through history also show that the medium of puppetry is very powerful. It can bring up issues that are usually not easy to bring up. Is that right, Tita?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Very right. She's right. Puppets are great. Yeah.
That's why I like to work with Isabel's class. I think that when it comes to the subject of disabilities, we can do a lot of things with puppets that otherwise would be very hard to portray with humans. First of all, we wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and puppets can take a lot of abuse, right, Tita?
That's right. A lot of abuse would take, a lot of abuse, Madrecita. Oh, yeah, Madrecita. Yeah. A lot of abuse would take.
I'm handicapped, I'm Mexican, but if I was also a woman, I could get any government job I wanted.
Have you made contact with
It's Onofre that answers her.
with Onofre? So walk toward this side and stand next to Onofre. You might even come up behind him and come to this side, and as you pass him, touch his shoulder and come around to this side. Okay? It says, well, you know, the usual, a night of little dancing, romance, you know, they can see it in your eyes.
The plot of the play evolved through several false starts. We decided not to focus on name-calling and rejection, but rather to promote healthy attitudes of acceptance and friendship. Moving into the TCA was an experience for everyone, for few had ever acted before.
Are you nervous?
No.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you gonna do a good job out there?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Doc. Goodbye.
Alicia, you nervous?
See you later.
Nervous, Nathan?
Want to fight or what?
The play is introduced by puppets of Katharine Hepburn and Franklin Roosevelt, both of whom were disabled. They comment from their balcony seats on the stage action below. Felicia is the new girl in school. After witnessing some students making fun of a disabled classmate, Felicia's befriended by Kathy. Her football player boyfriend, Joe, becomes jealous and abusively insults the special ed kids. Despite Joe's cruelty, Kathy and her friend Rita are interested in Felicia. They find out that she has cerebral palsy. The two girls approach their teacher about putting on a puppet show about famous disabled people. The school administration turns down the idea, and with the help of Felicia, the class goes on strike. And the play goes on. Deaf musician Ludwig van Beethoven meets blind musician Ray Charles.
I can't read this. Your handwriting is terrible.
Well, what do you expect? I'm a blind man.
We learn that Joe changed his attitude just in time to play the Beethoven puppet. Well before the play was completed, the success of the project was evident. Social barriers that had kept the students separate were dissolving. Friendships were forming. Attitudes were changing.
How did you feel the first time that we walked in here?
I was afraid to come in here.
How come?
I don't know, I was just afraid to come in here. I was going to get something or something or other. Just afraid.
You thought you were going to catch something from these guys? Really?
Yeah.
Was this the first time that you ever worked with these kind of kids? How do you feel now?
Different. They're the same people as us. They just have a little bit of disability, but they're the same as us.
Danced.
I think it's better that we come in here so they can have fun with us too, to realize how it is just to enjoy life and everything like us too.
What would you tell somebody who would be afraid of people like these?
Not to be afraid, because they're just like me and you. I mean, they're just the same.
The general ed students learned to communicate with kids they thought incapable of communication. The special ed students gained confidence and enjoyed being part of the activities.
What was it that used to bother you at first?
Kind of coming in here and just kind of like, okay, you know, it's kind of staying like segregated and stuff, but now it's like we're combined.
Okay.
"6 months, 200 hours of editing, and 5,000 feet of tape later, I can look back and see the progress that's come from this project. The lessons that inclusion has taught me, who sat behind the camera every step of the way, as well as the general ed students who were in front of the camera. The lessons of tolerance, compassion, and kindness. The lessons that we wouldn't have had the reason or opportunity to learn without this project. And in the end, we all learned that people are more alike than they are different. And above all, we're in it together."
Thank you.